Hello, Watem here, and welcome back to some more Umineko When Seagulls Cry. Yeah, I remembered earlier today what it was that I forgot to talk about a couple of parts ago, but I've forgotten again. I really should write it down. In any case, for two kind of major story questions I have myself, in a way. So yeah, like basically two main things which I want to use to be able to determine things going forwards. One, can we trust what we see for certain, or is there to some degree potentially some unreliable narrator? Can we trust what we just saw, for example, with for stakes? That's actually how things happened. And secondly, is what we see what Battler sees, or which world Battler sees? I'm inclined to believe, but then there's some parts of it where I feel like he wouldn't be seeing that. Like if it's from the witch's perspective. Hmm. I feel like it should be though. Like everything that we see should be what Battle is seeing. But oh well. In any case, let's continue.
すまんな、我が友よ。さて、我が生涯を語るには、あの魔女との出会いから記さねばなるまい。シャノン、筆記せよ。
Ooh, one thought which I do remember thinking earlier. If it is a situation where the real world is close to the witch's world, behold the Sweetfish River, like runs through my hometown, however it goes. What if that isn't actually in the real world? I'm just talking about Beatrice's witch world hometown thing. Anyway.
私がベアトリーチェに初めて出会ったのはだいぶ以前に遡る。
Actually, with my first point of can we trust what we see, can we trust this? What if this is just explanation for a note which gets found later, which is planted by the person who's saying that they're the witch? It could be possible.
あれは昭和の何年だったか。
And then, like, basically forging its recollection from Kinzo.
確か終戦の。
Now, are we going to get story time or are we going to get to skip to a different perspective? Different perspective. Okay, I stopped right before the chapter change. Okay, good job, me. We took enough time to regain our calm. And we each swore to our parents that we'd catch the culprit. Would we lie to say we weren't still torn up? Even now, if we let our guards down just a little, we'd probably start going on a rampage just like Jessica, letting our emotions show some kind of violence. Oh dear. According to what Goro said after he got back, right now, Kanon-kun was looking after Jessica. Yeah, he did such a good job of it, too. Apparently, she's still very emotionally high-strung, which means that he's going to be suspected, because he was the last to see them, that they know of.
ありがとう。若い子の気持ちは若い子の方が汲み取れるかもしれない。今はそっとしておく方がいいんでしょうね。
ローザさん、私らにこれ以上ここに留まってできることは何もありません。
Yes, 6 people have just been murdered. Maybe it's better to leave the 2 kids alone for now.
そう。
Totally agree.
電話は普通でしょうが、明日になれば船が来てくれて、それで警察へ連絡できるでしょう。警察の捜査のためにも、ここはこのまま残すべきです。
私も南條先生に同感です。このようなところにいつまでもおられますと、お体に障ります。
And the question is, what do you do in the meantime?
戻り、紅茶をお入れしましょう。
そうね。私もそれに賛成よ。バトラ君もジョージ君も。もういい？ここは閉めましょう。警察が来た時のためにも、ここはこのまま残しておいた方がいいわ。
そうですね。バトラ君、大丈夫かい？
ああ、流せる涙は流し尽くしたぜ。もう大丈夫さ。
Totally fine. 100% A-OK. These would surely find some evidence during their thorough investigation. But we weren't adult enough to wait for that. I'd investigated the chapel in my own way, trying to grab the culprit before the police arrived. What I figured out was absolutely nothing, frustratingly. I wasn't able to find a single hint.
さあ、出ましょう。マリア、行くわよ。いつまでもジロジロ見ていないの。
さあさあ、マリア様。参りましょう。ここは肩を冷やします。
父さん、母さん、今日までありがとう。僕はきっと父さんたちの期待を裏切らない男になる。
I feel like that's a new pose. George spoke his last words of farewell to his parents. After seeing that, Vassar followed suit.
親父、綺麗さ。
Just looking at their faces, it looked like they were sleeping, and that just made it even more painful. I'm also wondering about the significance of the I acknowledge your existence section which they all had. That would be a couple parts now. Before they got murdered. And they were in the chapel, supposedly.
こんな涼しすぎるところに残してくろ。絶対に敵は取るぜ。絶対にな。
That also looks like a new pose for Battler.
これは何？気色の悪い落書きだね。犯人が書いたのかな？
悪趣味に過ぎますな。これはひどい。
And then we're going to read the Happy Halloween from Maria. So the chapel was closed. We learned about that creepy scribble for the first time.
私たちが見つけた最初からもう書かれておりました。おそらく犯人が書いたものに違いないでしょう。
犯人は魔女だから。こりゃ悪魔を呼び出す魔法陣か何かだってのか。
これは太陽の7の魔法陣だよ。そんなのも知らないんだね。
Question is, does he know that, or is he just pretending to not know it so that he doesn't stand out, knowing something he shouldn't know?
こら、その気持ち悪い笑いをやめなさいといつも言ってるでしょ。
マリア、続けろ。何の意味があるんだ。
肉体的あるいは精神的な束縛から逃れるための魔法陣だよ。
I'm wondering if he's saying that to find out or for the sake of everyone else.
そして演習部に書かれているヘブライ語は、主は私の枷を解かれました。私はあなたに感謝の生贄を捧げ、主の皆を呼ぶでしょう。
Or alternatively, he's aware of the game but doesn't know the details of what happened the previous time.
感謝の生贄。父さんたちが殺されたのはこの魔法陣のための生贄だっていうのか。
心を落ち着けてジョージ君。こんなのは犯人の挑発よ。どうせ意味なんてないわ。考えるだけ心に毒よ。
そして英語も書いてあるな。ハッピーハロウィン4 マリア。なるほどな。それでここを開ける鍵がマリアに渡されてたと。そういうわけか。
ここは礼拝堂だしね。マリアちゃんのマリアじゃなく聖母マリアの方の意味かもしれないよ。
I doubt it.
だとすればハロウィンの名を語った神への冒涜とも受け取れる。悪魔と契約した魔女たちは神の名を常に汚し続けることを誓うという。
I thought they were going to say, oh, they're going to bring up All Hallows Eve or like All Saints Day, which is the day after, well, the eve of All Saints Day.
そういうセンスから言えばこれは実に魔女的な犯行だね。
Oh.
詳しいのね。マリアの受け売り？
ええ、そんなとこです。
So, also, from what we've seen of the notebook, it seems that Maria got the information about the circle from the witch. So, it repeated both times, being the same information. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is correct, since she's getting it from that source and not anywhere else, as far as we know. It could be misinformation provided to her in the first place.
礼拝堂か。礼拝堂にわざわざ呼んで殺した。ローザおばさん、この礼拝堂には何か特別な意味とかあったんすか？
特別な意味ってどういう意味？
Have something to do with the Sweetfish River?
いや、人間6人の死体をはるばるここに運び込んで、こんな凝ったデコレーションをした。ここに6人を呼んでから殺したのか、6人を殺してからここに運び込んだのかは断定できないが、どちらにしても大きな手間がかかる。犯人にはここで6人に死んでほしいどんな理由があったってんだ。
そうですな。あんな凝ったことをすれば警察が来た時不利な証拠を見つけられる可能性が非常に高いでしょう。それを犯人が見越さなかったはずもない。
Well, I would disagree with you on anything being inconceivable for a culprit to fail to realize.
なら犯人はどうしてわざわざそんな手間をかけてまでこんなことをしたのだろうということになりますな。
だとしたらここで出てくる疑問は一つ。6人の死体発見場所になるここにどんな意味があるのかってことだ。
Then the question is, what is the meaning to the store shed and why did that change?
ここはお父様の大切な礼拝堂だったの。
So, another thing is, we don't know for certain if the first round was special, or since it was before the Witcher's game, potentially, or if something else is going on. Now that we're in the Witcher's game, or if it's been the same both times.
私が子供の頃からここに立ち入ってはいけないと厳しく言われていたわ。
Are we going to go try find him then now? Talk to him.
マリアも前にここに来てものすごい怒られた。
Who did she get in trouble with? Beatrice? Or someone else?
大切な礼拝堂？後宮本家にとって何か縁のある？
わからないの。お父様はこの礼拝堂をとても神聖視していて、何度か化粧直しの工事をさせるくらい大事にしていたわ。
I'm wondering what those are. Supposed to be.
でもみんなも知っての通り、お父様は黒魔術が大好きなくらいで敬虔な信者だったわけじゃない。ここで神に祈りを捧げてたなんて聞いたこともない。
私の知る限りでも ここに親方様がいらっしゃったことはありません。私たちもここを開かずの礼拝堂と呼んで、その
Beatrice's chapel, maybe?
お化け屋敷のような感じでくっす気味悪く思っておりました。
Could be like a place for Beatrice to rest, or maybe he's got plans for it further down the line in the ritual.
お父様自身全く近づかなかったのに、なぜか年に何度か使用人たちに大掃除をさせていたわ。
Not just once a year.
常に清潔にしていて、まるでいつ使用する時が来てもいいようにという感じだった。
For the ritual then, I guess.
にもかかわらず開かずの礼拝堂ってか。不謹慎だが面白い響きじゃねえか。南條先生はじい様の古い友人なんだって。そのあたりの経緯を聞いたことは？
ずいぶん昔に聞いたことがありますが、何と言ってはぐらかされたか忘れました。そうそう、こんなことを言っておりましたっけ。いつか自分もあそこで祝福を受けることもできるかもしれない。しかしそれは奇跡でも起きない限り訪れない。
End of the ritual then. Something needs to happen there, which would then require Kinzo leaving his room.
どういう意味だろうな。礼拝堂ですることってなんだ。まさか自分の葬式ってんじゃねえだろうな。
金蔵さんに限ってそんなはずは。死後のことより生きている今に一生懸命な方でした。しかしそのせいで遺産問題をこじれさせる種としてしまったようですがな。
あと礼拝堂ですることってなんだろうな。祈り？懺悔も礼拝堂だっけ？何にしろうさんくさいね。
どういう理由かわからないけれど、おじい様にとってその南條先生の言っていた通り、
Oops, that's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at the tips. The Epitaph. Could there be something? Sure. Yeah. Could there be something related to the chapel in some way, perhaps? Thinking maybe for a second. Beatrice did call it the key to the Golden Land, and it was the key to the chapel. James Andy showed him. So 4 treasures. I'm not seeing there anything apparent, at least. Maybe if we get more information about the chapel.
奇跡でも起きない限り祝福を受けられないというのは、この礼拝堂を建てた時から決められていた宿命のようだね。
どうしてそんなことがわかるの？
ほら、あそこにはっきり記されてます。
Wait, where? What?
ほら、あそこに。
George Anarchy pointed to a relief with rusted gold letters on the arch above the door. Looked like some message had been written there in English. Ross made it clear that the message had been there ever since the chapel's construction. Well, not necessarily. Let's be honest.
英語は弱いぜ。何？ This door is opened only at probability of すまねえ、英語ダメだ。
I gave up after failing to finish even the first of the 2 lines. Looked like the others could read it properly.
確かこれは MBTQ だから。
What?
いくつのことだっけ。
Oh,
確か
no. First time it's like, and Roman numerals. Wait, what?
とにかくこれはすごいよ。両手の指じゃとても足りない。
What?
確かに奇跡でも起こらないとダメだね。
What?
ですな。
Please, but show us what it actually is so I can actually read it.
何事も博打的に例えたがった昔の金蔵さんらしい言い方です。
なんだなんだ、みんな読めたのかよ。誰か俺にも意味を教えてくれ。
英語くらい勉強しなよ。この程度読めないでよく高校に入れたね。
Who from? Rosa?
余計なお世話だぜ。
It was Badler.
それでなんて書いてあるんだ。
ざっとこんなところだよ。この扉は奇跡が起きない限り開かれない。あなたは奇跡が起きない限り祝福されない。おじいさまの魔術は天文学的低確率を基礎とする。つまりこの扉が開かれる奇跡はおそらくものすごい膨大な魔力を必要とするに違いないよ。
Requires rolling that 20. So there's one kind of thing which came to my mind. I don't think it's at all likely, but I was reminded, if you know the series Simon Spider So What, unreliable narrator in that one as well, but just some of the inconsistencies there, where it's like talking about like the characters talking about their past and how like they do day trades on the stock exchange and fighting games and stuff, that they're actually just they're just a normal high schooler as well. Where it turns out that none of those things are actually true. So Maria mentioned that how did he pass high school if he doesn't even know English. He also hasn't been to the family conferences for the better part of a decade. Well, I think it's like 6 years or something. He's kind of approaching this as an outsider, and his strong belief that a witch doesn't exist. What if he isn't actually who we think he is? What if he isn't human Basilo Shiromia, but something else? What if he murdered everyone and then this is something else to be the truth or something? The event. What if he's a witch? Or something else and he isn't aware, or he is something that is being created for one reason or another. Created as an observer, created to find the truth, or created for some other purpose. I have no idea. I'm just giving myself more questions really as we go further along. I want to know what the number was.
よーし、ご苦労。もう黙っていいぞ。ローザおばさん、マリアを英会話教室に通わせてたんすか？
Nope, she just wanted for magic stuff.
やっぱ、英語は幼いうちからやんないとダメなんだな。
開かずの礼拝堂か。魔女ベアトリーチェは本当に魔女だったかはともかく、何十年も前に実在した女性で、おじい様の愛人だったとささやかれる人だ。
これは私の勝手な想像ですが、親方様はベアトリーチェかし、すでにご結婚されていて結ばれることはできなかった。
なるほどな。死んだベアトリーチェが奇跡の魔法で蘇れたなら、ばあ様が死んでる今大手を振って結婚できるわけだ。でこの礼拝堂で結ばれようと、そういうメルヘンチックな話だというわけなのか。
そう口頭無形な話とも思えないわね。
Really? What about the part about reviving someone that's dead?
お父様が今なおベアトリーチェを深く愛しているのは周知の事実。あと気味が悪いとは言ったけれども、礼拝堂の内装はとても華やかだった気がするの。お父様が死んだ愛人との結婚式を夢見てこの礼拝堂を建てたという想像は、案外外れていないかもしれない。
Yeah, not gonna lie, I didn't think of a wedding.
この礼拝堂を建てたその当時から、おじい様はこの教会を使うことは生涯ないことを知っていたのだろうね。でも何かの奇跡で魔女が蘇ることを祈った。そしてもしもその奇跡が起こったなら、ここで結ばれようと思った。
なるほど。そう考えると確かにここはベアトリーチェ様にとっても大変意味のある場所ということになりますね。決して開かれぬ礼拝堂と知りつつ。
If that's the case, then why was the store shed thing used in the first episode?
悲しい恋の話です。
Even though Goro-san was even bigger than me, his words were touching. Everyone was silent, but it seemed that they agreed with that view.
開かぬ礼拝堂と知りながら、それでもなお奇跡の日を夢見ていたのでしょうな。
Yeah, I didn't consider like a marriage ceremony, but it does make sense. But on the other hand, now that they've mentioned it, I feel like that's not at all the case.
金蔵さんは若い日にはとてもロマンチストな方だった。わかる気がします。
どうだろうな。でも年に4回みんなで入って掃除してたんだろ。何が開かずだ。
Didn't they just say several? Why are you saying 4 now?
俺たちだって現にこうして出入りしてる。それは奇跡なんかじゃねえ。鍵を持ってきてカチャリとやって入った。ただそれだけの話だぜ。バカバカし。
で、どういうこと？
What?
どういうことって何がすか？
She's just realizing that the key was sealed away. As far as I could tell, I'd just been joking around, finding myself a bit irritated by the sub-story this was turning into. And then Aunt Rosa suddenly jumped on me with a really serious face. Aunt Rosa's face grew increasingly pale. She looked at the magic circle on the door, and then at her hand, back and forth, back and forth.
どうなさいましたか、ローザ様。
She's gonna ask if there's another key.
ねえゴーダさん、この礼拝堂の鍵。
There's only one copy of it, right?
これ、源氏さん言ってなかった。一本しかないって。
I'm honestly thought they'd already realized that by now. Yeah.
みんな気づくのが遅すぎるんだよ。
I feel like I said that basically the exact same part it came out, but okay. When a kid pulls a prank, it sometimes goes unnoticed by the adults, and the kid who did it gets all disappointed. Such a prank then gets sprung on someone much later. It can really make a kid's day. Maria's celebration just now looked a lot like that.
はい。その鍵は一本しかございません。親方様の大切な礼拝堂の鍵ですので、一本しかなく、複製もありません。 普段から使用人室のキーボックスに大切に保管されていますが。
そうよ。そしてそれがなくなってたと源氏さんは言ったわね。
It would be entirely possible that someone took it at some point and then what's the word when you make cut a new key based off of that and then returned the original if it's just in the 7th box.
何者かがそれを奪い封筒に入れてマリアに手渡したのよ。それも昨日。
なんだってってことはつまりおかしいじゃねえかよ。
Yep.
そんなバカな。これは妙な話になってくる。
どういうことでしょうか。私には何が何だかさっぱり。
The key was given and sealed away while those 6 people were still alive, and yet the door got locked.
私にもです。どなたか説明してはいただけませんかな。
Gordon and Nandra's failure to understand definitely wasn't because they were stupid. They just don't have any information. Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know how long the only key to the chapel had been in Maria's possession.
間違いない。閉まってた。私が開けたのよ。間違いなく。
Aunt Rosa kept closing the door, locking it, pulling on it to check the lock, and opening it again. I mean, I guess it might depend on the locking mechanism. If they could lock it and then close it somehow, but that's unlikely. Her face was becoming pale again.
私がマリアの封筒から鍵を取り出してここを開けるまで確かにこの扉は施錠されていた。でもこの鍵は封筒に入れられてマリアに預けられていたのよ。
Also possible the envelope was swapped at some point during the night.
しかもそれは昨日のお昼前の話なのよ。
That is the one hole I can see in it.
何ですと。
それではおかしいではありませんか。
そうなんだ。唯一の鍵は昨日の昼にマリアが魔女を名乗る女から受け取った。どうやって親父たち6人はこの中に入ってしかも殺されたんだよ。
So I will be leaving it there for today. But it might be someone trying to fabricate a sealed room situation now that I think about it. If someone very openly gave a sealed key, gave a sealed envelope, supposedly with a key in it, uses the real key, locks up afterwards, puts the real key in another sealed envelope, identical. We know that those envelopes, there's multiple of them, because, well, we've seen multiple already, but we also know that it's a standard envelope which only Kinzo's supposed to use, or be able to use, but there are multiple of the exact same envelopes. Yeah, and then switched out the envelope which Maria had with the new one. Maria was asleep, and remained asleep until after Rosa took the envelope. So theoretically, Maria doesn't know for certain that it's got the same weight or anything as the original letter. Yeah, in any case, I hope you've all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time, see ya.